Hey, what's going on people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video I'll be showing you a challenge that you should complete right away in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Now, for those of you who have played and had a look at the campaign challenges for each area as you go through, you may be overwhelmed by the sheer amount of them, but this is a challenge you can do within 30 minutes of starting the game, and it's going to set you up really well. I'll be explaining what that challenge is, how you can complete it, and why it's a good idea to get it done as soon as it becomes available. If this video helped you out, I'd appreciate you helping me out by dropping a like, and if you want, you can even subscribe. Following me on Twitter is an option too, and let's crack into it. So there are a decent amount of passive buffs you can gain by completing certain objectives that involve completing a metric ton of the same campaign challenge type, or by repairing a shrine. Challenge buffs boost your strength, dexterity, intelligence, and so on, which are fancy ways of saying increased crit damage, crit chance, and spell cooldown rate, whereas rebuilding shrines boosts things outside of the basic attributes like increased XP gain or increased overworld movement speed. Activating challenge buffs takes some serious effort looking at it, but the shrine bonuses are a lot more accessible, with the Shrine of Moonlight able to be rebuilt as soon as you enter the overworld, comfortably within the first 30 minutes of playtime. It shouldn't surprise you that the Shrine of Moonlight has something to do with money, and it does. It grants you a 10% increase to gold gain, which is seriously useful when it comes to buying SDUs, which are available to purchase a little later on. SDUs increase ammo capacity for the various weapon types, bank space, and backpack space, and with the bank starting off with just 20 slots, you're going to need to upgrade it a lot to fit all of the loot you'll soon be buried under. Prices start at 1,000 gold, although the first one is free, and steadily increases first to 3,000, and if they increase at the same rate as Borderlands 3, they'll go to 9,000, then to 27,000, 81,000, up to 243,000, and so on and so forth. That means a big boost to gold gain is going to help you a lot, considering all the money you have to spend to unlock them all. To complete the shrine, you have to talk to Backstab, who's standing before it, and with a name like that, he's definitely not someone you have to watch out for. Turns out he knows where one piece of the shrine is, and if you clear out these ruins, you can grab it, bring it back, and open the shrine together. You can find the ruins just up around the corner in this area of the map, and after entering them, an encounter will begin where you basically have to defeat all the enemies before the piece of the shrine appears out of thin air and a portal opens up to teleport you back to the overworld. After completing the encounter, you want to head back to the shrine, and spoiler warning, this is me giving you some time to skip ahead a little bit. Backstab has been stabbed in the back. Now that you've got the first piece, you want to head up to the left of the shrine and enter through this building. Another encounter will begin that you'll need to finish before exiting out the other side. Once out, just go ahead and pick up the final piece before heading back from whence you came and completing yet another encounter. Now that you've got all the shrine pieces, you can activate it and you'll be granted the 10% gold gain buff that'll last you from this day forth, able to be seen within the journal section of your menu. However, I did notice that when I loaded the game up again, the buff was no longer highlighted, although the challenge still said it was completed and the shrine was clearly still activated. In saying that, upon testing, it looked like it was just a visual issue and the buff was still applied, so if that happens to you, I wouldn't worry about it, but if it does, do let me know in the comments. Maybe this is a widespread issue. I also did some testing to see just how big an effect this buff has. Basically, I have one character that had activated the shrine and one that hadn't, both at level 7, and as you can see, the one with it active is getting 12 gold from the early chests and 14 from the ones further along, and the character without the buff is getting 10 from the ones at the start and 12 from the ones further forward. My math does say that's closer to 20% than 10, but there's probably some rounding in there that's causing that to happen. Either way, this is one buff that's going to be extremely useful in maxing out your SDUs. I know I'm going to need a lot of bank space for all that loot and ammo when it comes to those chaos chambers, and I think you will too, and this early gold gain boost is a great way to max those SDUs out early. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned of an easy challenge you can complete quickly that's going to put you in great stead for the remainder of your playthrough. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.